There we go. Okay. This take 3, I think, of trying to just
Yeah.
record this.
Hi, welcome to Fair Wanderings. I'm Michael. That's Evie. That's Lily.
Yep.
We're here to play some D&D. Last time, you picked up a battered woman who was also a slaver. Bad things happened because, bad things seem to happen when liches are involved.
Sure.
And Andrella talked to a god. Echo wanted to go all kill team on people. You went on a journey. Cecilia was very stressed out. Vonna cried, and now you're standing outside of a dark elf fort. Echo has just disappeared, and everything smells like the Feywild. Boom, we're caught up.
Yep.
So yeah, you've just handed everyone torches.
Mm-hmm.
We were debating whether or not to camp for the night or approach.
We were going
Andrella's
to
very
debate.
adamant
This
about
is
approaching
not
these.
our third take,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vonna takes her stuff. Vonna takes her torch and just says,
Yeah, she's asking me a question.
she just says, I hope you are right.
Oh, no.
I'm-
For the stream, ask the first question. What do you hope to get out of this?
What do you hope to get out of this?
Yes, and Adrella's reply is that, I'm sure that what he's doing isn't what he wants to be doing. It's his mom, and I'll be able to talk to him, and we can make this stop at least for now. It'll be harder to do a more permanent thing, but right now it can stop, and then it won't be an issue for the Jade Horde, and they can redirect their forces to help me and Aiken. And Atron technically has command over some forces, so maybe they might help in Aiken too. I don't know.
That feels very optimistic, Angela.
I know he might not be able to have.
I just want you to know that
he might not be able to actually get them to help, which is fine.
And what are you going to do if things don't work out the way you expect?
What do you mean they wouldn't? They're going to work out. At the very, very least, he'll be able to make, the slavery, whatever thing that's happening, stop.
Okay. I hope you're right. I'm not an optimist.
Right. And I get it that you're on the inside of this and you can't see the possibilities, but it's gonna be fun.
She looks maybe a little bit offended. And she says, okay, all right.
You'll get used to that.
Lay on. She just like motions and just says, lay on.
Okay. We go forward. I go forward. Celia.
Yep.
follow
Okay.
me.
That's
Now without a friend to ride her horse for her, she's riding on her own, struggling.
That's right, because Echo was on her horse with her.
Mm-hmm.
So she was literally like,
Yeah, literally like that.
oh my god.
oh.
Okay.
So she's riding. She's riding behind you all.
Mhm.
Cecilia, can everybody roll perception checks for me, please?
Sure.
Andrella, would you like to make yours at disadvantage because you're distracted?
I mean,
I'm letting you choose.
I don't think I'm distracted about going up to the fort.
Okay.
I'm distracted about not listening to a different narrative.
Roll perception then, both of you.
Okay.
13.
10. Damn.
Yeah. Both of you can tell that she's like chanting something
What do you
or like repeating something over and over again.
Is that magic?
Do you want to interrogate her as if it is?
That's yes, I'm saying. What do you
I don't.
Is that magic? I'm saying that.
She like pauses for a second. She's like, "No, it's a thing I do when I get nervous."
Okay.
Just want to say, D&D Beyond changed how their character sheets look, and I don't like it.
Well,
So you-
I guess that's a good thing we use Roll20. Why are you
Well, I
on
was-
D&D Beyond?
I use it to like level up and keep track of everything, so I don't have to pull out all my books.
That's smart.
Oh, okay.
Because they're way over there.
So
Okay.
rolling up on the fortress. You see several. I'm gonna like actually move you over now, so you can kind of get a rough idea of what the place looks like, and maybe have a bit of a tactile sensation.
Can you ping us to where we are?
Because everything's black.
All I see is darkness.
Do
I
you
think if
not?
you shift ping
Yeah.
or
Do
something.
you not have sight? Oh wait, no. There are obstructions in the way, right?
Well,
Like I see nothing. Oh, there we go.
there we are. Okay.
Yeah, you see a large palisade wall in front of you.
Cool. Echo's not with us anymore.
He vanished.
Okay.
Yeah, so Vana dismounts, and you hear someone call out to her, and she like looks up and just waves her torch, and then like motions to the now fake collar that's on her neck.
Yeah.
What's everybody doing?
I mean, have we been told to stop our approach?
Yeah, someone from off in this direction just calls, "Stop."
Okay. Then we stop.
Vana,
Cecilia, by the way, I also gave you a torch.
Okay.
And I have one.
Yeah, Vana comes closer to this gateway here. Let's just move you down there.
Yeah.
So the guy looks, the man at there are several drow up on the ramparts, kind of look down at her, and look down at all of you. They just say, "What do you want?"
In common?
Yeah.
We're here to see Commodore Atrian. Morven. I don't remember the house name. What was the house name?
Morath.
Morath.
Yeah, and I think that's when you see the at the archway of the gate. There's this big, like, ornate looking eye symbol. And it's the Eye of Morath, and it just like kind of stares down at you unblinking. And then he looks down at Vana and says something in Undercommon, and she says something back in Undercommon, and he laughs, and she looks like she kind of like shrinks a little bit, and then he calls back in Elvish, "Get the Commodore," and then he motions you through the gate.
Hey, everything's fine.
Oh, sure.
Wow. Do we go all the way inside or just to the
Yeah, all the way inside.
Okay. I don't want to get stuck on the walls. Try not to get stuck on the walls.
You should be fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's an Atron looking down at you.
From a
No,
rampart?
looking over here.
Where? Oh, that's him?
Yeah, he comes out of like this house and then like walks around, and there are two other people in like he's dressed like a naval officer, but it's also like very obvious that he's like been in this shirt a lot.
Yeah, I mean, when we come in, I'm gonna dismount and I see him.
Mm-hmm. He's like looking at you for a split second, and then he just like smiles the way like someone who had lost hope and got it back suddenly does.
All right.
And then he looks at Vana and Cecilia, and something else crosses his face. Can everybody roll insight?
Uh-huh. It's the oh no, I've asked two people to the prom look. And they both
I should roll this at disadvantage.
and they both showed up look.
If you want to, I'm fine with you rolling. I'm fine with that roll. It's a mix of surprise and you're still good enough. It's a mix of surprise and fear and confusion. But then he like shakes it off and just like runs to you and like does the like princess spin and kisses you.
Right, because with Vana, he's really into sports, but with Andrella, he's really into like studying and stuff. So like he has to
Yeah.
like switch back and forth between them.
Yeah, and punching her. Yeah, he just like picks you up and like passionate makeout.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Andrella's super happy to see him.
Uh-huh.
She runs to him and like, yeah.
Like and like he's like kind of crying, and Vana just like is standing there with her mouth agape. He like breaks off and he says, I thought, Andrella, I thought you were dead.
I know, I'm sorry. I couldn't.
No, no, no. And he like goes back to kissing you. My stars have returned. My moon has returned. My light has returned. Thank you so much for surviving, Andrella.
Uh-huh.
Hugging him some more.
And then he turns to a woman that's all dressed in white next to him and just says, "See to it that the guests are taken care of." And then he just like takes your hand and like starts to lead you off.
Yeah, I think as I'm going, I'm like, yeah, that's Cecilia and Vana. They're my friends. Please just get them.
Like he's just making out with you actively and just doesn't have time. Yeah, so he takes you into this building. So we're gonna stay with Cecilia and Vana for a second.
I look at Vana and like
she's crying.
Question.
Yes.
Can I move my token to be able to see what's happening with everybody else? Because I'm trapped in a room.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
like I'm here for the narrative. I'd like to see.
Sure, we'll put you there, but you're out of combat. She's like crying visibly. Like she's not making any sounds, but like tears are running down her face.
Was that faking it? Was he?
No, my husband has never looked at me like that.
Sorry.
And then the woman next to her just like pats her on the shoulder, like, "Hey, it's okay." And then, like, rapid transition, like, kind of like just has her put her hands behind her back.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So the woman like pats her on the shoulder. It's like it's gonna be okay, and then like binds her hands in like one fluid motion. And starts leading her towards one of these boats.
What? Why? What? Hey. What?
And this other guy comes down here and is like, "Follow me, please."
She's ours now?
That's fine. Follow me, please.
I mean, you're taking her to a boat. Usually boats don't. When you go to a...
Would you like to come with me to the boat?
I don't want to go anywhere on a boat.
Ma'am, listen. Do you want to stay out here in the snow?
No.
Then we got to go on the boat.
Why are we going on a boat?
It's the only place that we have sleeping quarters besides the Commodore's bedchamber.
I'll stay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Madam Snake. What's your name?
I'll stay in the snow.
Fauna just like looks at you and it's just like you can see her mouthing the word please.
Come, Vana.
Yeah, so what happens is she's like starts to be led away, and then suddenly just like you hear like a yelp, and she like falls to the floor.
Oh, that's right.
And she like can't lift her head off the ground.
Wait, what just happened?
You gave her a command.
Remember, she'd been put into our custody with the earrings that prevent her from disobeying us?
Oh.
And you just gave her an order that she was then made to disobey.
Oh,
And
I
so the
forgot about
earrings
that.
kicked
Shit.
And then
Yeah, I forgot.
the woman in white is just like, "What are you doing?" And she like kind of like kicks her with her boots. She's like, "Vonna, get up. I don't have time for this."
Shit. I get off. I go over to her and I like. I'm so sorry. Then I look at the lady and I look at the lady in white and like we're not going on the boats, so I don't care. You can make that noise all you want.
She looks at you and she just says, "Look, the only reason people, besides the Commodore, the only people that get to sleep out here are the ones that are tied to the post. Would you like to be tied to the post?
Who said we were sleeping?
Do you plan to stay awake all night
I plan to
with
go.
your feeble serpentine eyes?"
I plan to go with our friend and discuss what's happening.
Oh, honey, you don't want to be in there right now.
I've seen worse.
I'm not going to let you do that.
You're not gonna go let me knock on the door?
I'm not going to let you disturb my commandant when he's having a collegial visit.
This isn't. Okay. Okay.
That's a good snake. Come on.
All right, motherfucker.
Excuse me, bitch.
Let's just see what I can.
Make a wisdom. Oh wait, did you say all right, motherfucker, in character or out of character?
Out of character.
Okay. That would have been hilarious if Cecilia said that in character because it's not very in character.
No,
it would still be really good though.
It would be really good though. She's like, all right, motherfucker.
Damn, this is what happens when you're not a fighty person. Echo.
Yeah, this would be going very different if Echo was able to join us.
Echo.
Shit.
That's a good little snake.
I look at her and my eyes do the thing that they do when I'm casting a suggestion, and I tell her, "Why don't you go on the boat and sit in the corner and think about what you've done?" Is it a charisma save? I forget what it was.
Is it charisma or wisdom? I think it's charisma.
I think it's a wisdom.
Wisdom. Aha!
She blinks really hard and like looks at you and kind of snarls with this look that's somewhere between like warmth and like regret and pure hate. She says, "Yes, Lady Ashcrot." And she like turns on her heels like military
Wait, how's she know her
style.
last name?
Magic.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know.
Elves do have advantage. Shit, you're right.
I didn't know if Drow were different.
Fae, yeah, they have Fae ancestry.
Okay.
So that doesn't happen.
Oh, they have advantage on.
Yeah, they have Fae ancestry
Against
they're Drow.
being frightened or charmed, and they cannot be put to sleep magically.
It's not those things.
Isn't this technically
What condition does it give them? Because if it doesn't give them the charmed condition, it doesn't apply.
On a failed save,
yeah.
it's just on a failed save, it pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability.
Okay, so she gets on a boat.
Yay!
And then the other mage just like puts a hand on your shoulder and is like, "I understand she probably deserved that. But please don't use magic on anyone else while you're here."
I don't know what you're talking about. I just suggested that she go and think about what she's done, and apparently she has a lot to think about because
he kind of like smiles and says, "Good answer. Now, where will you be staying?"
I don't know at the moment because I still need to go talk with our friend. So we'll be.
Androlo, well, that sounds like a good time to transition over. Androlo, what? So, like how fast is fast, right? Like, he gets you in there, and it's just like immediately like passionate makeout.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
that sounds right.
Door gets bolted. Yeah, this room is like kind of sparse. It's got a piano and a violin in one corner, and then a bed in the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like curtains and rugs. It's clearly like a temporary structure, but it's warm and it smells like him, and it's got that like perfume and wine smell that he always seems to have on him, but the wine is like stronger than normal.
Okay. Yeah.
There's also like a pile of blankets over in one corner. They're not represented on the map because they don't matter, but there's like a pile of blankets.
Okay.
And he just like leads you to the bed. And that's probably about the time there's a knock on the door. From Cecilia. Do you say anything or do anything or?
I mean, I probably look at the door.
No, like, I mean, Cecilia. What does Cecilia do?
I just wait.
Atron's not even phased. He's just like, they'll get back here. He's like, and all the entire time, he's like waxing Poetica about how much he loves you and has missed you.
Uh-huh. There's someone at the door.
Holds up a finger and it's just like, I'm not to be disturbed. I said I'm not to be disturbed. Make a charisma saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
Me?
Yeah, you.
God damn.
It just says, go away. And you're compelled to do so. Wait at the
Everybody's
gates.
using magic on each other.
And he like raises, like, and you, Angela, you recognize that he just casted a spell, right?
Uh-huh. What are you doing? What if they needed your help?
They don't need my help. My lieutenants are more than capable of handling things for a night. Besides, it was probably one of the plebeians that doesn't know what they. Let's just say there are some of these people that couldn't find their ass with both hands and a map. He looks he's like anger kind of like goes away, and he's just like, I'm sorry, that was unkind of me to say about my crewmates, but it's hard.
Okay. So I have to walk towards the gates right now?
Yeah, you're just to wait at the gates.
Okay. As I'm walking, you just hear very loud Cecilia because I cast Thaumaturgy to increase my voice by 3 times. Andrella, tell your boyfriend to turn off this damn spell.
That was on Cecilia.
Who?
That's my friend.
How was I supposed to know that?
I don't know that either, but here, and I start to get up to the door.
No, stop. He just snaps his fingers and you're relieved of your spell.
Just back to the door.
Will you just Andrella, I haven't seen you in how long? Can we just I'm sure that there's a reason you're here, and I'm sure there's a reason she's here, because I don't think you'd be traveling with a snake otherwise, but can you just calm her down for long enough that we can maybe get some time together?
Yeah.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
Mwah.
Go to the door.
Yeah, it's like bolted twice.
Undo the door, open it. I guess Cecilia's come back.
Yeah, I'm back standing there, like.
Okay.
This other guy has his like hand on Vanna's shoulder, and you see like a sail like slowly skittering off into the distance towards the boats.
That other lady.
Yeah.
No, I just told her to go think about what she's done.
You said go to the boats and think about what you've done.
Yeah, she's on a boat.
Yeah, she's on a boat. so she's just sitting in the boat, just looking pissed.
Okay.
You can see like wind blowing around her hairs.
Okay.
Cecilia, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Why are you not going to your sleeping accommodations? And I'm like looking at the other people, like, why are
'Cause
you
I
not
didn't
taking
want
her
them-
to sleeping accommodations?
Because
She's
I
afraid
didn't.
of water, apparently.
I didn't want them to take me on a boat somewhere.
On a boat?
We
Yeah.
don't have sleeping accommodations on anywhere besides the captain's quarters. The only other sleeping accommodations is on a boat.
Oh,
Your thralls will be taken care of. It'll be fine.
they're my friends.
Sure, your friends will be taken care of. Just can you tell them to come with us just to make this?
Cecilia, did we bring a tent?
I think Echo had your tent.
Does that mean it's gone with him or on his horse?
Okay, we'll say it's 1d20, 10 or higher, it's on the horse.
Okay.
No.
Why do we let me roll for these? I always fuck up
And
on
you
real
look, and you
bad.
look over it, and you look over, and Echo's horse is just gone.
Oh,
Just gone too. Like,
Yeah.
I just
15
picture.
came back for the horse after the fact.
Right? No, yeah. I just picture him in the Feywild. It's like I kind of miss my horse. Like, oh, okay, here. Here's the horse.
Are you paying any attention to Vana at all?
What?
Me?
Yeah.
No,
Cecilia.
because
I
I'm
am.
talking to Cecilia.
Andrilla. Okay, never
I'm
mind.
not.
Yeah, I am. I'm like,
I think there's a moment where like Vana like looks in and sees Atron, and then just turns around and like just starts like walking away.
Can she?
She tries to and then like falls over again.
No, I don't. I don't know how to not do the thing, but I
You release the command you gave her?
Yeah,
Do
you
I-
release
on
the
the
command.
earrings?
Okay.
okay, yeah.
So then she like stands up and she's just like goes to like another. She goes and like leans up against this other building over here.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so there's this guy who's here besides Cecilia trying to tell me to like come
Yeah.
to go on the ship or something, and I turn to him and I ask, so you're telling me there's no tents, nothing?
Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
you can ask the Commodore. There's no sleeping quarters off the ships outside of his quarters, or if they want to sleep in the storehouse. We don't really have a need for tents because we have boats.
Okay.
And he actually turns to you and just says, would you like to sleep in the storehouse,
I don't.
Miss?
I
I'm
don't-
sorry, what is your name again?
I don't. Even,
Cecilia.
I don't even.
Cecilia?
There was a reason we came here, and before anyone does what
It's-
people do when they get together.
Pretty late at night, right?
Yeah, it's like past bedtime. It's approaching like 10 o'clock, which is pretty late
Just
when you
checking.
don't have artificial lights.
Anyway, sorry, Cecilia, keep going.
Yeah, there's a reason we came here, and before anything happens, I figured we should take care of that.
Calling a council meeting at midnight is a little extreme. We've been riding all day, Cecilia. It'd be really nice to get some sleep.
I just turn and look at the slaves.
There aren't any visible right now.
They said that there were.
They said the only people that sleep on that get to sleep outside of the ships are the slaves, and they get tied to the post. There's nobody tied to the post right now. Otherwise, I'd have models out there.
Oh, okay. Because they said someone tied to the post. So
No,
I
no, no,
assume-
no.
okay.
I would have told you if there were visual slaves.
Okay,
Like
sorry.
slaves readily visible.
Um. The thing that I asked you about, and you told me not to tell you, makes this a little bit different.
Andrella, can you have them shut the door? It's getting kind of drafty in here.
Oh, you're cold?
Yeah, I closed the door behind me.
That's not what I. Okay.
It's fine. Just give me a minute.
Hurry back, my love.
Cecilia, I think you're tired.
I don't like people that take people and make them possessions.
I know, and we're gonna stop that. We are.
So why are you planning to sleep with one of them?
He doesn't. It's not his choice.
That
You don't understand who his mom is.
Oh,
I can contest the fact that she is a terrifying woman. The Eye of Morath sees all, and it is not a nice gaze to fall under.
So, how can I help make this so that you have a good night's rest? You're not comfortable going on to the boats where there's other accommodations?
I don't want them to take me somewhere that I don't know where we're
That's
going.
fair.
Boats don't sail at night.
Okay. I can say words that aren't true too, you know.
Cecilia, please.
I'm sorry. Why would I lie to you? What benefit could I possibly garner
I'm
from
sorry. I have not caught your name. What is your name?
that? Mathalan.
Mathalan. Would you please show me the... You said there was a storage
He
room?
points to the building that he points like off in this direction to the building that Vana's leaning on. Yeah,
Okay.
I can clear some space in there for them.
Yes, and I'm gesturing for him to take me to it.
Follow him. Yeah.
Yeah. How I ended up in the bedroom. What?
You were the one I wanted all along.
What magic is this?
Jaw unfurls, tentacle tongue comes out. And
Oh no, he's
things
the
just get
lich.
weird. No, he leads you to a room and he like opens the door and there's like dusty barrels and stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
And like barely enough space to like stand.
But we can move some of the barrels out and it'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll offer to move some of the stuff out.
Okay. I attempt to help, but I have really terrible strength, so
Yeah.
I do a bad
It
job of
takes
helping.
like all of 5 minutes. It takes like all of a minute.
Okay.
And then you're good. Better?
Oh, and actually, what was the guy's name again?
Mathalan.
Mathalan. Can you come with me really quick for a second? And I go back to the atrium room
Mm-hmm.
and
Whoa, Nelly.
open the door, and I'm like, these blankets in the corner, they're in the corner because they're not being used?
He looks at Atron for a second, and Atron just nods.
Okay, and I pick them up, and I'm like, then I'm gonna go ahead and use them for my friends for the evening.
That's fine.
Okay, and then I hand some to him, and I carry the rest, and we go back out again. And we go back over, try to make comfy bed space.
Can you roll perception for me, please?
Me?
Yeah.
Is this at a disadvantage, do you think?
Are you paying attention to your surroundings, or are you just trying to like get this resolved?
I think I'm a little bit like trying to get this resolved, like a little bit rushed.
Roll at disadvantage, please.
Okay. Oh,
You don't notice Vonna crying. You actually think you hear her laughing. And then the guy over next to her is definitely laughing. Cecilia,
So
Vonna
I
is definitely
misinterpret this
crying.
as they told a joke to each other.
Yeah. Vonna is definitely crying, and this guy is definitely laughing at her.
Mm-hmm.
And he like leans down and whispers, and Andrella, you hear her laugh some more, and he like chuckles more to himself, and yeah. And then I think this guy actually like picks up like something off the ground and throws it at this other dude and just says, cut it out.
Okay, are there 2 bed spaces in the storage?
Yeah,
room now?
totally.
Sorry, Cecilia. Is this working?
So you're just gonna... Do you just want to spend some time with him before we do this, or did you actually plan on getting a full night's rest before?
It's late. We can do it first thing in the morning.
I don't want to take any accommodations from them.
These are from me. I basically created this. I have moved this stuff out of the way. Got you some pillows.
I think Vonna just like kind of like comes by and like shoves your kind of gruffly shoves her way past you, Andrella, and just goes inside. He just like curls up in a ball on the floor. We just hurry this up.
Everybody's really grumpy.
More laughing.
First thing in the morning, Cecilia. I promise. Everybody's really grumpy.
A night's rest.
He looks at you and he just says, ma'am, the Matalan looks at you and just says, ma'am, if it would make you feel more comfortable, I can promise no one will harm you or Lady Vonna.
You shouldn't have to promise that!
This is the reality of the situation we find ourselves in. You don't trust us. I'm trying to bring you comfort.
I push past him. I look at Vonna and say, like, do you want to stay here tonight? Because I'm not.
She just like nods and like tries to kind of like stand. And he just says, I'm not sure the Commodore would want her leaving so soon.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's fine. She's actually in our what would be the best word for it?
And why is that?
Well, we want to know what happened to the expedition she went on, where she appears to be
What
the
were
only
they doing?
survivor.
What were they doing on the expedition again? What was the goal of that expedition?
Cecilia, I understand. I get your point. It's late at night.
I think he like leans in and gets like right next, like tries to kind of get close to your face. He just says, they were doing their jobs.
Oh, their jobs. Oh, right, of course. Right. Well,
We're corsairs.
That just makes it all okay then.
How many people do your black serpents enslave every day?
None. We don't do that.
How many thralls do you have in the pleasure palaces of the
Okay, I can
whatever,
give you.
And he like says the wrong serpent. He's like the red serpent's.
I can give you a very long explanation of why thralls are different than slaves.
Stop.
What?
Both of you. It is late at night. I have been doing my best to make accommodations for you, Cecilia, and I am sorry if this is not good enough. And if you want to stay outside, then do so, but do not create an argument. And you don't need to be talking to her like that. Okay? I get it. It's late and people are grumpy, but this is done. This is enough. And like, Andrella's clearly doing her princess voice.
All right, well, if you want to consort with slavers tonight, you do your thing. I'm going to go outside. Vana, are you going to stay here or come with me?
She just like kind of like weakly gets up and like starts to follow you out.
Let's go then.
Then we get the Madelon's as you like walk out, Madelon says something in abyssal.
Yeah?
He calls you a stupid bitch.
I think I poison spray at his feet. Like purposefully not hitting him.
I want you to be aware that is going to be seen as an aggressive action. It's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you go to and then he like raises his arms and says something and nothing happens.
I said stop.
Get out. I asked you not to use magic anymore. Get out.
I look at Cecilia. Did I know she was going to use magic?
I mean, she looked like she was about to huck a loogie on this guy.
You've seen me use that before.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen
Cecilia.
me use. Sorry, when people call me a bitch, I usually don't take that well. Good night.
I scowl at the guy again.
What are you gonna do? Once Cecilia has gotten out of here, he's like, "What are you gonna do, snakes?" And then he
She's my friend, and you will treat her with respect.
She just tried to cast a spell on me, and she already cast a spell on my friend. And he points to the woman sitting angrily in a boat, and just says, "I'm going to be as mad as I want to at her. I'm sorry,
what?
lady."
And like, I guess I'm gonna now take the next 10 minutes attempting to help bring this lady back in from the boat.
Yeah, she after a while she like gets down and she just like looks annoyed. Did you go back in with Atron later?
I want to make sure. So I have to now be diplomatic because the situation is requiring diplomacy. So I am trying to make sure that both this guy and this lady are going to feel okay enough after these confrontations that they're not going to do any retribution, and make sure that they understand she is not a person for them to treat the way they treat these people, because she is a person that is under my aura of authority or whatever, and so blah blah blah.
I need a perception.
Probably spend another 10 minutes.
I need a perception and an insight check.
From me?
I need a persuasion and an insight check from you.
Persuasion. 19.
Okay.
Insight. 18. This is what I do. I do diplomacy.
It works, and you can tell it works.
Good. Then
now go bork your boyfriend.
Yeah, then I kind of like take a calming breath and I turn around and I go back, but when I get back, I'm clearly agitated.
He like offers to give you a massage to help you calm down.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That feels like a good place to take a first break.
Sure.
I'm sorry for like being a jerk to you, Lily. I love you. These characters are just not nice people.
No, yeah, I know. And
I've enjoyed seeing how far I can push Cecilia.
That's not very nice.
it's all just ammo. It's okay.
All right. We'll be right back.
Yeah, it's gone.
Well, it will be any amount of time you want it to, because you can watch these VODs whenever you choose to.
Yeah.
So you have a good any amount of time before the next VOD you watch. See ya then.
Remember to hip skip.